Yo, what is up, guys? We are back. We are actually on Yoshi's Circuit, having a fantastic time. And let me quickly give my man JPGIVIN'ER a call. And let's see where he is at. Let's see if we can get him on the stream. Yo, my man. Hey! How is it going? Welcome to the stream. How are you doing?
Hey, everybody. We're just vibing.
Yeah, how's it going, man? How's your day been so far?
Good. It's been pretty great so far. I mean, it's been a pretty relaxing day overall. Like I got my whole analysis done yesterday. So today I've just been working on like a little bit of my next video, and then gonna be grinding her up tomorrow.
Fantastic.
So,
nice.
for a bit, and I'm excited to pop in today.
Yeah. It's been you know what? It's been a long day. We're 11 and a half hours in. But we have been doing some amazing stuff. We've, as a community, we have raised over £200, and in addition to that, I'm actually throwing 50 on top. So whatever we raise today. So we've been able to do some really, really amazing things for what is ultimately.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's a really, really good cause. So just playing some Mario
moves.
Kart, my man. I'm playing some Mario Kart.
Do you have your friend code anywhere?
Yes. It is 3151. I'm gonna do this from memory.
Give me a sec. Okay, 3151.
3027.
3027.
I
feel bad I don't have you.
5346. It's okay. To be honest, I went through like a clear out. I clear it out like every month. Yeah. For people I just don't really play with very often, so. Yeah, it do be like that.
Well, to be fair, I don't think we've ever actually had each other on this game, because if you really think about it, it's been a long time since we've really like.
It really has. Like I'm thinking back to like DVP or like 8U DVP or like TVG days. Like really long.
Soaring Stars.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, Soaring Stars. It's been a
hot minute, dude.
It's been a large takeout Tim Hortons.
Come on.
But guys, if you want to join in the World Rise very, very, very quickly, if you do !FC in the chat, you can get my friend code there. So do feel free to hop on in. But yeah, it's really lovely to have you here. And I mean, like, you've been doing so fantastically on YouTube, and you've been pretty much on the come up. And like, I guess recently, like you've always been like quite a well-known content. Like you've been on MK Cinema before, right? And you have been like in the past, and now you've come back to it. Like that's awesome. And I guess my first question is like, what inspired you to come back to content creation and like to what to get back into doing that kind of stuff?
Okay, well, first of all, before I answer that, I gotta give my IRL friend Xander the Feared a good old yeehaw. So yeehaw, bud.
Yeehaw! There we go.
In the office. Let's go. Okay. Anyway, so I think for me, especially when I got into the Mario Kart Cinema, this was in 2017. So this was before I actually went through my whole transformation, which I'm sure we'll get into more in depth shortly. But I guess the best way to describe myself back then was just I was in a very bad spot, like in my personal life. Mentally I was at an all-time low, and it actually really showed in my Mario Kart Cinema videos. Like if you compare like literally just me talking now to my Mario Kart Cinema videos, there's a huge contrast when it comes to just my energy, just my overall care for the videos, that kind of stuff.
I mean just the way you carry yourself in your everyday life can like really influence but like for anyone, the way anyone carries themselves in their everyday life has such a huge impact on the effort and the way they approach what they do, and it's like it's so noticeable. Like for me personally, like I went through clinical depression back in the day when I was at college.
Really?
And I was fully insomniac. Basically when I played MK8U, I would stay up till some really stupid times in the morning, and because I
understand that,
and I will freely admit that I use the game as an escape and as a way to deal with the problems that I couldn't deal with else otherwise.
Yeah, for sure.
And you know, now that and it got to a point, and you just look at yourself and you're like, okay, I need to do something. My next question really would be, when was that point for you? Like, when did you turn around and say, you know what, this ain't it, Chief? Like,
yeah, 100%. So how it really began, it was in June of 2018. That's when my mom got me a membership at Good Life Fitness.
yeah,
Obviously it was her doing that, not me, because I had no desire to get into any kind of fitness back then.
yeah,
But pretty much for the first week or so, I was only really in it for my mom's satisfaction, just knowing that I'm actually moving. Because keep in mind, I wasn't even in phys ed class in school, so I was doing like no fitness at all.
yeah.
So I think the point where before getting into what made like my mind completely shift in the right direction, before that, I would say like in the first week of getting into Good Life, my mom went on vacation for her sister's wedding, I believe. And my dad was picking me up from school to take me to the gym, and he wasn't as serious about me going to the gym because he knew how many times I tried to lose weight before and it just never worked out. So he asked me, "Want to just get McDonald's?"
Oh,
and I was just like, "Heck yeah!"
Yeah.
It was that was the point for me where I was like, "Yeah, there's no way this is gonna happen." But when my mom got back, I got myself together. I went to the gym when she picked me up from high school. And at the end of the month, like, I think naturally, I just started taking like a tiny bit more care of myself, just naturally. I didn't even realize it in the moment.
Yeah.
And then at the end of the month, I decided to weigh myself, see what was happening, and I realized I lost 15 pounds. That was a massive game changer for me.
That's incredible.
And literally at that exact moment, my mindset did a complete 180.
Yeah.
And I was just so focused in on literally saving my life. That's where my head was at in the moment. Like, I knew that I would never get an opportunity like this again to fix what I messed up with myself. And then that's really how I got to the point I am today. And that's kind of like a mindset that I carry with myself in general. Just a no regrets mentality. So, like, everything I do in life, I want to make sure it has the least amount of regret that can come out of it.
Yeah.
Which is why I'm actually doing the whole YouTube grind right now.
Okay, yeah. That's really awesome. And it's awesome that,
also,
like...
just...
Sorry.
Just on a second thought, I actually can't... Oh, never mind, I just got in. Yeah, I had trouble joining the worldwide.
I think it's pretty full. I think a lot of people are trying to join right now because they want to play with the full throttle master himself. It's been a pretty chill day. We've had about like 10 to 15 people as a pretty constantly on the stream actually. The support has been immense for like what is a really, really good thing. But yeah, back to the point is really it's just so nice and refreshing to see. I think a lot of people like really appreciate the fact that you're so honest with yourself about what you want from everything you do, and that's, I think that's where like a lot of the, I think you could say that's probably where a lot of the appeal comes in for a lot of people watching. Just the energy, the way you carry yourself, like yeah. So yeah, that's pretty cool to hear. And
yeah, absolutely, man.
And a lot of these things, like for me, it's kind of weird because like for me as well, it was literally like I woke up one morning and basically the main issue with my depression was that it was highly affected by the seasons as well. So it was a lot of it was seasonal affective disorder. So I woke up one morning.
I'm sorry to hear that, man.
No, it's a long way in the past, and to be honest, I'm quite happy to talk about it now, and it's like it's good to talk about it. So
especially on a stream like this, 100%.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I might. Did you just join? Have you got in already?
I was able to spectate. I don't know if I'm going to be able to raise.
Hold
on, let me see.
We might need to leave and rejoin another one because I think a lot of people.
If I'm spectating, we can just leave and rejoin.
That might be better. That might be better. Yeah.
Just let me see, because I might get in.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed.
Are you in?
I'm in.
Oh. Well, then we stay.
Let's go.
Well, then we stay.
Let's go, baby.
This is our home.
100%. That's what I'm talking about.
Let's go. So yeah, like I mean, yeah, so going to the gym was like a really big part of this for you. What was the?
Oh, absolutely.
And did that help you become like more comfortable visually as well as physically, and like clarity of mind? Was like did you have problems with like the way you wanted people to see you in the past?
That was initially how it felt for me. I think when I ever tried to lose weight in the past, it was mainly because I wanted people to see me differently physically.
Okay.
It had nothing to do with changing my overall outlook on life or like my mental state or anything like that. I literally, like, one time I tried to lose weight, it was literally only to impress a girl. That was all it was.
Buddy.
So it's like, my mindset, every time I tried to lose weight, outside of the time that actually worked, was always in the wrong place.
Yeah, not for the right reasons. It was set in kind of a route that was like inevitably not the reason to like do something long term.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that's something that a lot of people just don't comprehend when you're in a moment where you really want to make a difference in your life and try to change things up.
Yeah.
Is that like you have to go into these things with the right mindset, because like if you're missing like one like really important piece of the puzzle, that can be the difference between you making serious strides in life and then you just not getting anywhere at all.
Yeah. A lot of people, I think, and this is not like I think a lot of people do have the attitude where they'll try something and then the first time they get any, like, the first time they come up against any walls, the motivation for doing it kind of dips a lot. And I think that's because they're doing it for the wrong reasons.
Great point to bring up. Foresee these things coming.
Yeah. It's important to kind of realize that just because you want to do something in your life, it's not going to be handed to you as well. And that like there will be challenges along the way, and like you will have to kind of work around a lot of different things, which kind of leads me on to my next question, I guess, in that like, and is actually the question of the day for the stream so far. So if you're watching, what is the biggest challenge you faced during lockdown and how have you overcome it?
Oh, that's a wonderful question. Okay, so lockdown was actually, it was a pretty weird story for me, because keep in mind, when lockdown came to be, like, this was right after I had probably the best year of my life, 2019, and especially coming off of first semester grade 12, which was my best semester in school ever, like the best school year of my life outside of COVID.
Yeah,
it was just an amazing spot for me. I was so excited for 2020. I made like a lot of big moves in my personal life. I got accepted into a double degree program, like a very prestigious program at a university I applied for.
Yeah.
And then like 2 weeks after, lockdown happens. So what happened when lockdown began for me, it was on March break, and then we had 2 weeks off after that. So the first week, like March break was just like your average March break. I didn't really think of it like anything else. But when the 2 weeks after March break began, I had actually planned to do a lot of schoolwork that I thought was required to do over the 2 weeks, but I wasn't so sure. And then what happened was I lost a lot of motivation nearing the end of March break, and that really messed my head because I did like none of the homework that I intended to do on like the first few days of the 2 weeks off.
Oh my
after
gosh.
March break.
Yeah.
And that really screwed with me mentally, because I had just come off of the best year of my life, and I had done everything with no regrets at all. At this point I had lost 73 pounds, and I was in an amazing spot mentally, and of course physically too, but especially mentally. So in a sense, it felt like I was falling back into what I had dealt with when I was 220 pounds, essentially.
Right.
And that really messed with my head mentally, and I didn't even feel like myself anymore. Like, I literally felt like I was a different human being. Kind of like how I was before I lost weight. Like, before I lost weight, I didn't even know who I freaking was. And I felt the exact same thing when lockdown began.
It's interesting to hear you talk, because kind of very late last night, I went back and I watched your... It was a speech that you uploaded. I'm not sure the exact title of the video, but it was wonderful to watch, and like that person is just, it's very difficult, because I had known you a little bit, not extensively, but a little bit, like from, well, ultimately a while ago, before you kind of made these changes, and
exactly.
And the person you were then, like, is like wildly different from how you are now, and it's honestly like just super refreshing, because
100%, dude.
it's just nice to see someone so genuinely happy. But those, it's interesting to like hear you talk about that, because I think another thing that quite a lot of people struggle with is like the idea that they could lose everything that they'd worked for, or like the idea that like that it was all for nothing, and that actually, you know, you get to a point and you look at yourself and you're like, actually, you know, was this all worth it? And the ultimate goal is like, yes, it was worth it, and you're not going to lose it.
100%,
like,
it always is.
If you've worked that hard at something, then you've done it for a reason, and
you freaking deserved it too.
Yeah, exactly. So I just think it's interesting.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And I think going back to the initial question, which was how I overcame these challenges.
Yeah.
Well, I think it can be summed up in one word: YouTube. I'm dead serious. Like, YouTube actually like saved me when it came to COVID and lockdown and everything.
Yeah. Because
I was at a point where I was like, when we got back into school,
I
was already so demotivated. Yo, top two, let's go.
Top two, buddy.
Let's go. But yeah, when I got back into school, which was like early April, I was really, really, really demotivated. And again, this was at a point where I felt more like my 220-pound self than I ever felt before, which is ironic because I was actually losing weight unintentionally. But mentally, yeah, I felt like myself before I lost weight.
Yeah.
And it felt really bad because before I lost weight, I had no motivation to do anything at all. And I think in combination with not having a real fitness routine, which was something that I stuck to, like, as long as I wasn't sick, I stuck to my fitness routine ever since I started my weight loss journey. That hit hard.
Yeah.
Like, the fitness side of it hit hard as well. And I often don't put emphasis on that nowadays, but seriously, like, it does so much for you mentally. And then when you lose it after you had grinded for the fitness so long, it really messes with your head.
Because like, not only does it do something for you physically, but it also sets you into routine, which is like a big mental, you know, like, and that, I think that's, for me personally, that's been the biggest thing about lockdown, because I'm 25, I work a full-time job, right? Essentially, I have a 9 to 5, and I work in a retail store. So not having that reason to get up at 7 o'clock in the morning, not having, like, it puts your sleep schedule on edge, it puts your, you know, and you have to find reasons to keep doing it, because otherwise essentially you fall into this lapse of like, oh yeah, you get like too really relaxed, and but that relaxation isn't healthy relaxation, it's like lethargic.
And when reality hits, it hits really
and
hard.
you're like holy,
so much more.
Like, it's the day you wake up at like 2 p.m. because you stayed up watching cat videos, or like and you're like, huh, okay.
That's how it is, though. That is how it is.
Yeah.
But anyways, I keep going off on tangents here. But anyways, back to the question.
Yeah.
When it comes to YouTube for me and how it really saved me in quarantine, really, like, I had talked about doing, like, trying out YouTube again since losing weight. And because I thought, like, it would be so much better than it was on Mario Kart Cinema, but I wasn't sure how people were going to react to it. So I thought it would be awesome to just bring out my best self, my absolute best self. And that's why I scripted my videos, which I was actually really against doing that when I was thinking of coming back. But it helped me so much with just calculating, you know, like, when I'm my most energetic, and calculating just like the levels overall. And then when I uploaded my first video and I saw the positive reception, it actually meant so much to me. That people really like that stuff, especially after how lackluster my Mario Kart Cinema reception was. Seeing that people really liked my stuff, it really boosted, I don't want to say my ego,
but morale.
I'd like to say it boosted my mental state for sure. And it really gave me a reason to work on stuff. And it helped at the end of school as well, because I was doing YouTube in June. So that really helped me in school as well, because I was a bit more motivated to finish the year strong. And I was doing something I really enjoyed on the side as well, which was really awesome. Yeah.
I mean, it's always, like, really self-reassuring to essentially get the feedback that you desire for the work that you've put in, right? Like, that's not having an ego. That's just realizing that, like, getting the realization that actually, like, the work you're doing is not, it's not just you, you know, because there's a lot to be said for, like, when you're working hard on something and you have this mindset of, like, okay, well, I'm doing this really well, but, like, is this just me thinking I'm doing it well, or am I actually doing it well?
Exactly.
So yeah,
having that reassurance is incredible.
Yeah, and it's, you know, this, I do find that, like, there's a lot of stuff said about this community, but ultimately, when it comes down to the crunch, I feel like they always pull through in terms of the support that's
absolutely.
given. Like, there's a lot of things that people say about Mario Kart and the competitive community. It's not particularly serious as an esport, with some other things. Nice name change, Ace, by the way. I see you there, Full Throttle. But let's go, baby. But ultimately, like, when it comes down to the crunch and when the people that are there really need to be there, they always are. You know, it's awesome.
That's how it is.
So let's take it back further, like really far.
All right.
Let's take it back to the start. Why did you get into Mario Kart? What kind of dragged you into the competitive scene?
Okay, well, I guess if we're wanting to go way back, let's go back a freaking decade.
Yeah.
This was before I actually got into competitive Mario Kart, but I think it's important to bring up. So, actually, let's go back to 2009, 12 years ago. Okay, so this was when I got Mario Kart Wii for my birthday. This was actually my first Mario game as well. And, pretty much, it was a terrible experience because I held the Wii wheel the wrong way.
Amazing.
Or rather, the Wii remote the wrong way.
Amazing.
I was holding it like you would if you were playing Wii Sports. So I was just steering left and nothing more.
Oh my lord.
And I had a temper tantrum on my birthday.
Amazing.
So I didn't touch Mario Kart Wii for another year. So there's that. When we actually got back into playing Mario Kart Wii, my family and I, it was mainly my dad and I playing the game. And we used automatic. My parents recommended I use automatic, and I wasn't the biggest fan of it, but I was too scared to try out manual, I suppose. I mean, I was like 9 years old.
Yeah,
so,
that was the first game, and like that they properly introduced a separate drift for as well. Like that was when they introduced.
Yeah.
And I remember thinking as like a casual player that if you used manual, you were a big boy. Like you knew what to do. Like you were game. You were high flying gaming right here because you use manual drift. Like,
and that's ironic because that's exactly how I felt when I learned how to play manual in 2011.
Yeah.
And that's when I started playing Mario Kart Wii more. I started like looking up YouTube videos on the game. I found Troy in 2011.
Oh my gosh,
I learned about Donkey Kong Flame Runner and how it was so good. I thought I was actually really good at the game. I was obviously terrible in comparison to like even like the lowest level competitive players, but I thought I was good, and that was good enough for me.
Yeah.
So I played a lot with my dad in 2011, and I don't know the exact reason why, but I stopped playing for a bit in 2012. But then I got a Wii U, and I met a guy named Chris. He goes by Jax with 2 X's in the Mario Kart Wii community. He's actually on Team World for custom tracks, which is pretty damn cool.
I think I know who you mean. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think I do.
But yeah,
I'm not entirely sure.
So I met him, and we played. I forget exactly how this came to be, but we started playing Mario Kart Wii together. We had like a lot of glitch rooms with 1v1ing each other and everything, which was a lot of fun. And eventually, I don't know if he got me in the MarioKartWii.com, but I know he got me into one of his teams.
Yeah.
And I think through one of those people in the team, I found MarioKartWii.com. And that's when I really got into the Mario Kart Wii community. That's when I led the good old Mario Kart Masters.
Oh, yeah. That was,
I don't know. Do you remember that team?
Yeah, I do, actually. Yeah. Yeah, we're going really far back to bring that up.
Yeah,
Jesus.
yeah.
MKM? Yeah, I do.
MKM,
I do remember.
2013.
I do remember MKM. Yeah. I
Oh my gosh!
You're really bringing out the old memory glands though.
Oh geez, let's go. But anyways, yeah. So I guess the best way to sum it up is I was a terrible leader back then. I had no clue how to lead a team, and it was a disaster. Even though the team stuck around for a wee bit, I just had no clue what I was doing. So
I think everyone when
enough about that.
When they lead their first team, everyone has no clue what they're doing though.
Yeah.
Like people who join the community. I remember the first team I ever made was a Mario Kart Wii subclan in 2010, and we were called Knights of Spamalot, and our whole thing was that we would only pick luck tracks.
Oh, that's funny.
That we would only use.
So it was like Luigi Circuit, Mario Circuit.
Yeah. Our war picks literally went like Luigi Circuit, Mario Circuit, Peach Beach, like Daisy Circuit.
Yep.
Yeah, like that was like Moo Moo Meadows. That was like it. Like
yeah.
And then we would just repick and stuff, and then just not count repick penalties.
That's funny.
It was nuts. It was nuts.
Yeah, I actually remember that. I don't think it was with MKM, but I remember I was playing a 2v2, and this was in another team I was in, and we wanted to win the war because it was like our first match, I suppose, and we wanted to get that 1-0-0.
Oh yeah.
So literally, what we did is we literally tried to find every penalty in the book, and when we lost by like 70, and we tried to like flip the script. We tried to like fake that they repicked or something like that. But we tried to like accuse them of hacking, but not actually accuse them of hacking like to their faces. Like we just said it in our little call.
Did it? Yeah.
Yeah, and somehow we came to win. And the best part is we actually popped off over that.
Of course, the stuff you used to get away with back on Mario Kart Wii Kart, it was a different beast. Like
exactly,
it was actually such a different beast. Oh my gosh. But yeah, that's a really awesome story. I mean, for my like origin story was like I got a digital camera for Christmas, and I'd never been online with Mario Kart before. Like I'd never ever done it, and essentially, I wanted to make videos of me playing online because I was better than my friends. So I went online, and I still have them up, by the way. They're still on YouTube. But basically, I didn't have like a tripod or anything, so I had to balance the camera on my piano stool and then like sit behind it and play. It was like
oh my god,
the worst setup ever. It was tragic. Like
well, hey, it happens to the best of us. We all gotta start somewhere.
Yo, Sage, welcome to the worldwide. Yeah.
Welcome.
But yeah, and moving on from that, like, are there any other games that you've ever played competitively outside of Mario Kart? Like, are there any other games that you've kind of tested the waters with on like a more than a casual basis? And if not, are there any that you want to?
I don't really know, to be honest, because like I don't think you can really count like Splatoon. I mean I tried it out. I was in a team for a little bit.
Yeah.
But it was never really anything more than just like trying to play for fun. Like I had no desire to really get good at Splatoon, and I guess you can kind of say the same for Smash. Like I've tried to get better every now and then, but it was always something that I just wanted to play with my friends, which I mean it definitely still is to this day. I don't know if I'd want to really try any like to go like super pro in anything outside of Mario Kart. Like I've always had a strong desire for like just racing games in general, and Mario Kart just has an awesome system for how it plays in general. Like I was so excited when Mario Kart 7 came out too, which was for me was awesome. Like I loved Mario Kart 7. I mean that was 11 years old. That was the game where I kind of made myself in this community. Oh, let's go. Yeah, I was like 11 years old when I got into that, and I was so excited to play the game. I played it for like I'd like to say 1 to 2 years consistently. Yeah. And again, I was not like competitive or anything, but it was really fun. And I really enjoyed just the Mario Kart experience overall. But I think when Mario Kart 8 came out, I didn't even realize it, but that's when I really started to become, I guess, a Mario Karter? I don't really know. Yeah, yeah. But that's where it like really clicked for me, I suppose. And then when I realized how good I actually was in like 2015, I was like, yo, I'm trying to run with this. Hang on a minute. Yeah, like I can actually do this. Because I remember I'm actually like, good at this game. Hello? I remember you came and played with us in BZK and 200cc as well. And that was like, I hadn't spoken to you for a while at that point. And I was like, wait a minute, he's improved like so much. Like this, like because the last time I'd had interaction with you was like TVG and Soaring Stars, and like Soaring Stars. Like, I think we were all pretty like average players at that point.
and like
Yeah, I'd say
you
so
just
too.
you just came out of nowhere, and like don't do it to me, don't do it to me, don't do it to me.
I'm not doing it to you. No worries, dude.
Okay.
I'm not like
Top
that. I'm not
two!
like that. Let's go.
But yeah, we literally like you came out in like BZK and like we murked everyone. That was like we
went hard.
annihilated everyone. It was like it was amazing. It was like the best season of my life. We'd turn up, we'd play, and like every week we would just like pretty much every week we would just smash them. There was like a couple of close matches, but like
those were the golden days.
200cc. But yeah,
heck yeah.
BCK was the 200cc team Whooper. Yeah, it was.
Yeah, we were goated in 8U.
Absolutely goated. Who were the... Okay, this kind of leads on from one of the previous questions, but like kind of going back to your transformation and stuff and touching on it a little bit.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
What I found really interesting when I watched your speech was that you noted that a lot of people fall into the trap of like trying to aspire to someone else's goals, which I agree with 100%. Who are the individuals that you looked up to, and how did you draw from what you admired in them while following your own path?
That's actually a tough question to answer, because I didn't even really think I was going to get anywhere with my whole transformation until I actually started losing weight. Like, I don't want to say that I inspired myself when I lost the 15 pounds, like when I didn't even realize I was going that fast.
Yeah.
But honestly, like, that's really all I needed to keep going. Like, I was always really inspired by just people who were able to lose weight in general.
Yeah.
I always found that really awesome. Like, I think, I have a good answer for this. I think, like, early on in my weight loss journey, I found a YouTuber. His name on YouTube is Obese to Beast. And he was like the first person who had a YouTube channel like for his weight loss that I ever heard, like that I ever found.
Yeah.
Especially at like the right time too. And seeing as how he lost like 170 pounds, something like that. Oh my gosh!
Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah, that really inspired me to keep going, because I knew that with what I had already done in my transformation, that I was going to be able to, I guess, do what he did. Not to the same degree, because I wasn't as heavy as he was when he started losing weight, but I was able to finish the journey, finish the job.
Yeah.
And I did it in like an amazing way.
Not to be confused
super
with
proud of everything I've been able to do.
Not to be confused with Mr. Beast, right?
No, not Mr. Beast. If only, dude.
Oh, dude. Imagine.
I will say though, YouTubers like him have inspired me, especially once I started the whole YouTube grind that I really started at the end of September.
Yeah.
Because he was like a really small YouTuber for like 5 years or something like that.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, and even though like for some that could be like demoralizing if you want to be a creator, because it took him so long to really like get his big break, I suppose. For me, it's just motivation that like it's possible, you can get there, and everyone starts at zero. Like PewDiePie, he started at 0 subscribers.
Yeah.
You gotta remember that.
Now look where he is. Like,
exactly. How many? 100 million.
How much? Yeah, 100 million. Jesus. Yeah.
Exactly.
That's insane.
Like, you gotta think about it that way.
Insane.
Like,
yeah.
Like, no one got to where they are on the platform for free. So whenever I think like, whenever I have like a video that does poorly after I worked really hard on it, I just gotta like remind myself in the back of my head that like the people who I'm inspired by had to go through this. You don't just get to where you are on YouTube by having a perfect road or having someone just give you a shout out. Well, unless you got shout out by Mr. Beast on his YouTube Rewind. But if you're starting from the bottom, then 9 times out of 10, probably 99 times out of 100, you're not going to get, no one's going to hold your hand on the way up.
Yeah.
So it's like,
you're not wrong.
You got to do what you got to do. You got to put in the work. You got to put in the grind.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm doing for the next 5 months.
And I guess that kind of touches on my next question as well. Like, I guess it kind of semi-answers it. Is there anything is there a mindset that you particularly get into to kind of stop yourself plateauing as a person? Do you have to
think I
kind of
answered
work
this
yourself up?
a couple questions ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I would say more than anything, just having a no regrets mentality helps a lot because a quote from Gary Vee, he said that one of the biggest poisons in us is regret. Like, it's literally poison.
Yeah.
Because it can mess with you mentally. It can stop you from like achieving your goals and making your dreams come true. And once you realize that you lost like all this time doing nothing when you could have been working towards something you really want, it screws with you mentally. You lose even more time, and like the cycle can just go on and on and on, and it can be mentally taxing like crazy.
Yeah.
So I guess the best way to bring this all together is whenever I get into even like whenever I'm filming a YouTube video, then I go into the scripting, the editing, I always try to make sure that I get in and go out with no regrets at all. No regrets, and I make sure I put my absolute best effort in it. Really, it's kind of tough for me because I upload so frequently.
Yeah.
I have to keep up with the quantity, but I always try to put as much quality in my videos as I can, and that's where the no regrets come in. But I think even more so, for the little no regrets thing, sorry, I feel like I'm a little all over the place here.
No, it's okay. I'm complete. Yeah, dude, I've been going at this for now over 12 hours. I am very much all over the place.
Okay.
Like if I accidentally repeat questions and stuff, it's because genuinely I'm not sure what's going on anymore.
Yeah, exactly. But anyways, going back to what I was saying.
Yeah.
I guess like I would say even like the day before I plan on working on a video, I just have to remind myself like if I don't follow through with what I'm doing, I'm going to regret it. Like, it's just a fact. I'm going to regret it if I don't upload on this day.
Yeah.
I'm going to regret it if I take a 3-week break when I know I don't have to. I know I'm going to regret it if I don't put my best effort into all of my videos, because I know that I'm only going to be doing this consistently like crazy for the next 5 months until I'm finished with my first year of university.
Yeah.
That's how it is. So that's why I'm working so hard right now, so that I will have nothing to regret when I'm not working on my craft at the moment.
Right.
Like, and the way I see it too, and I was a little concerned about this when I was just starting out. Like when I really started the grind, I only had a little over 100 subscribers.
Yeah.
And it took a while before I really started getting the consistent growth on my channel. Even though it was minimal, it was still growth nonetheless, and that inspired me.
Yeah.
But I guess what I wanted to do is I wanted to make sure that even if I didn't make it big as a content creator, that I would have at least tried. That's the one thing I'd want out of this whole grind that I'm going through right now. I want to at least try, because I know if I don't try, I'm going to regret it for the rest of my life. Like, I don't want to put myself in a position where I go through all this work to change my life, and then I end up working a job that I hate for 40 years straight when I know I didn't even try.
Yeah.
I didn't even try out YouTube when I had the chance.
Because ultimately, I mean, it's such a cliche thing to say, but if you don't try, you won't know. And
exactly.
Like, if it doesn't stick, if you have something you really want to do and you try, and you put your genuine best effort into it, and it doesn't quite stick, and you don't really enjoy it as much as you thought you were going to, okay, you kind of have two choices. You can kind of say, okay, well, I'm not going to do it again. Or you can turn around and say, like, well, why didn't I enjoy it as much as I thought I would? So
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So it's really about giving it the best effort that you can. And then if it goes wrong, then, well, you know, you made the effort. Like, you put the work in.
And I think one more thing to mention on this topic that's really important that a lot of people forget is that life is such a precious gift, and you really have to be grateful for just life in general, like what you have, like the cards that you're dealt, and just run with it. Yeah. Like, so many people take what they have for granted when they could have they literally have the opportunity to change their lives, to literally achieve greatness to the highest degree, but they don't realize it, and they don't take advantage of the opportunity they have because they aren't thinking for themselves, and they want to impress like someone else. They want to impress like their parents. They want to impress their friends and the rest of their family. Yeah. All this stuff. And they're not thinking about what they could be doing themselves. That's why I started this whole YouTube grind, because I wanted to do this, because I want to get to where I want to be. Like, I literally go on the treadmill every single day, and I literally daydream in my head what could come out of this. And that's what motivates me every single day to keep grinding.
Yeah.
And like, I don't have much else to say, but holy crap. Like, it's really important to live life to the absolute fullest. And even though it's cliche, I know a lot of people say that, but it really is the truth. Like, you cannot lose out on these opportunities to really make something happen.
Yeah.
And even though you might not realize there's an opportunity right now, I'm sure you have the cards. Like, I'm sure you've been dealt the cards to make something happen in your life, to make like a positive impact on your life, and just to have a chance to live one of the best lives ever. I'm kind of talking weird, but I'm really passionate about this. I want to make sure
that's really like, that's the kind of thing you want to hear. And guys, like, it's really important to make the most of what you have, because like, ultimately you don't get another shot at this.
Exactly. And, it's not like freaking Mario Bros.
This kind of got deep. This kind of got deep really quick, but but you know what? You know what? It ain't wrong. It ain't wrong. Wrong. We're spitting some facts out here tonight, boys and girls. Facts only. Facts only.
That's how we roll.
Yeah.
That's what you gotta do.
Facts only. I guess that kind of like, it kind of comes into the next question I had.
Yeah, for sure.
You're putting out a lot of content right now, and that's amazing. And you have this time frame you want to put it into.
Exactly. That's what motivates me.
Is this just kind of a thing of, as you're going to take it as far as you can, or are there any specific goals you have in mind right now for your content creation?
Well, I'm not going to spoil it here, but there is one goal that I have in mind that I think about when I'm on the treadmill that would literally change this community forever. Bruh. I put an insane amount of emphasis on that.
Blow our minds.
Like, I'm not using this as a way to like get you guys to promote my channel more. Like, I want my channel to grow naturally, of course. Yeah. But I'm just saying, like, if I am able to make it big on YouTube, the things I would do for this community are out of this freaking world.
Yeah.
One idea in particular would change the community forever. It would be absolutely insane. And I have a massive smile on my face just thinking about it. And I know you guys would absolutely love it if it happened. And that's what keeps me going every day. Like, even if it's a video that I'm not particularly excited to work on, I just know that getting it out there will get me one step closer to making my biggest dream come true, and to helping the community get to great places. Maybe even esports. Like, that's literally what I'm thinking about right now.
Yeah.
I think it'd be a community effort to get to esports level, but like, what I'm thinking of, my biggest dream, that's a freaking start. That's something.
Yeah.
So it's like, that's something that like really keeps me going. I'm sorry, I kind of went off on a tangent there. What was the original question?
It was just kind of, what is the aim you have with your content? And you know what? Like, you pretty much like, you've answered that. That's fine.
well, I can elaborate more than that you brought it up again. I think another thing that really keeps me going, another thing that inspires me, is just that, like, I would say this community definitely lacks the content creation. And for the content creators out there, like, your average content creator in this community would just be uploading like your average like full war, you know?
Yeah.
So it's like, you're kind of expecting the same thing when someone says they're gonna upload videos to YouTube from the Mario Kart community. You don't expect someone to say, I'm going to be uploading an analysis video going over 3 races of, you know, like, going over what I could be doing right, or what I did right, what I could do better. You don't expect that from this community. So I will say it is pretty easy to stand out right now.
Yeah.
But I want to get to a point where it's like, I can inspire people to take the leap of faith that I am taking right now. It just sounds so awesome, especially because I had a lot of doubters when I was getting started, which is natural because it is really hard to get somewhere on YouTube. But I don't think I've ever heard this somewhere. I don't think I heard this anywhere. But honestly, like, if you don't have doubters, then your goals are not ambitious enough. That's just how it is. You have to have doubters, or else you need bigger goals. Simple as that. Like, if you have the entire world saying you can do this when you haven't even started yet, you're gonna do it, but it's not gonna feel rewarding.
Yeah, you're gonna get there and you're gonna be like, then what?
Exactly.
Because like
It's
you're playing it too safe. You can't
Exactly,
always play
yeah.
safe. Like there are things that I want to do with my like for example I'm recording an album right now because I like do music, and that was
Yeah.
like that's something that I never really thought I could do, and actually lockdown's given me the opportunity to do it because I'm sat here.
Yeah.
I've been on furlough from work, and I've been like sat here, and you know I finally have the time to write the music, to edit it the way I want it, and I actually have the time to get it to the quality that I want to get it to. And
Yeah, that's awesome.
and there are people that have said that, like, you know, and there are people that
Excuse me.
will say that, you know, you can't do that kind of thing. Oh, how are you going to do that? You know, you need a lot of work for that. Well, yeah, you do need a lot of work,
Yeah.
but if you're willing to put in the work, then you'll get
Yeah,
there, right?
it's a different story.
Yeah.
Like, when my dad was trying to persuade me to not do this whole YouTube grind, one thing that he mentioned was that the chances of blowing up as a YouTuber are next to none, which could very well be true. However, if you compare the amount of people who want to be a YouTuber
Yeah.
to the people who are actually going to work really hard to be a YouTuber, that's a very big difference.
Yeah.
And I would say I fall into the category of, like, I have a 20% chance of blowing up rather than a next to nothing % chance, because I'm actually willing to work freaking hard to get there.
Yeah, one thing I noticed you just said is like the kind of the unedited wars content from Mario Kart. It is by and large the biggest amount of content that we see.
Exactly. And
without
there's nothing wrong with that, but it gets old.
Without wanting to like give away your future video ideas, what kind of stuff have you thought about doing in the past that maybe you've decided against doing, or stuff that isn't war content? Because obviously we have like your analysis videos and stuff, and your how-to videos, and that's really excellent content, which I fully agree we need far more of. Like, because if you look at you look at any other game, there is that content out there. Like like if you look at any MOBAs, how to play X hero, like if you look at any fighting game community game, how to play Melee Fox, like
it's right there.
Like it's all right there, and like the amount of stuff that we just don't have as a Mario Kart community, it makes our game very inaccessible, I find.
Yeah, I feel like when it comes to top players trying to help others improve, that like they aren't like super familiar with, especially.
Yeah.
I think like the most you're gonna get out of it if you're a lower level player is just to play more.
Yeah.
Like that's what they're probably gonna tell you.
They're
just
probably,
watch
like,
others play,
TT
play
more,
more.
Like
Yeah,
play
like a tiny
play
bit
a
of
bunch
advice,
of
like
lounge.
that's it.
Like
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like
and while it kind of rings
further than that,
while it does ring true, like the more mechanical effort you put into the game, the more you will get out of it, because ultimately, like the way I see it is, the more mechanically comfortable you are, the more you have in terms of being able to make decisions, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Because you can kind of put yourself on autopilot driving, and then use your mind to make the item decisions and the mentality decisions that you need to make.
Yep. Absolutely.
But there is only so much playing it more you can do, because there is also you can also play it more incorrectly, which I think a lot of people probably do end up doing. So the fact that there are now kind of like immortalized videos out there that kind of show you well, this is how the metagame is, this is how to get into it. Because I was talking to Daisuke earlier about the Netherlands community, and like how, because he actually went to real life tournaments before he found Mario Kart Central, right?
Wow.
Yeah, so he actually went to real life tournaments before finding out about Waluigi Wiggler, before finding out about like any of that, right? So he went to one of those because he was the best of his friend group.
There you go.
Right?
Yeah.
And he got thrown in the deep end. And like,
damn right.
like, and the fact that we now have that widely accessible on YouTube is just fantastic. You know?
Yes, absolutely. And it would be so awesome to see more of that content come out, especially from well, not even just top level players, like any kind of players in general, like just being able to put yourself out there and like just unapologetically.
Yeah.
There's so much reward that can come out of it, not only for the community but for yourself as well, because you're making like a big move. You're making waves, like you're making strides, again, not only for yourself but for the community, and it helps so much more than you could ever realize.
Yeah, I think the aspect of doing it unapologetically is probably what most people struggle with at the lower level, at least.
Unfortunately, yes,
they probably
that is true.
do feel like they don't have enough hours or they're not experienced enough to do it, where in reality they should just go for it. Like
exactly.
Like the other videos that come to mind, apart from like ear ones, when I talk about Mario Kart content that is more than just like an unedited war, is Aftermath's MKU season videos, and I don't know if you've seen them, but
I've seen a few of them,
they are actually, like, in my opinion, they're probably like some of the best edited war content. Like,
I agree.
Like they're excellent. Like, they're unapologetic about their skill level. They're playing in a lower decision.
Right.
Who cares? Like, they're having fun, and it's Mario Kart, and it's Mario Kart at its finest.
Exactly.
Like,
that's the way you gotta look at it.
Yeah.
So, and I honestly, like, I think those kind of videos, like Aftermath, that should be inspiration for people who haven't got into content creation and don't feel like they have what it takes to get into that. Because really, you don't have to be super, super good. I would say being entertaining is a lot more important than being good, because even though you can be really good and you can probably use that to, like, maybe even blow up, being entertaining helps so much more.
Yeah.
And it makes a massive difference.
And to pull this full circle, right? If you have the enthusiasm and you carry yourself with enough enough energy, then that will come across in your content. You will be more engaging. You will be more liked and listened to. You will and to put that completely full circle, like, it's the difference between it's the same as a job interview. You go to a job interview and then you talk about it like you don't care. Well, you're not getting the job.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you go to the job interview and you're enthusiastic. Maybe you're not the best, but you show that you're willing to learn. You show that you're willing to improve.
You care.
You show that you, I was gonna say something different, but this is a charity stream, and we will not use expletives.
We're not about that.
But yeah, like, you show that you care, and your audience will double. Like,
absolutely.
Yeah. So this kind of defeats the point of my next question. It might do. You might have other things to say, but my next question was going to be like,
go for it.
To the aspiring kind of YouTubers and stuff out there.
Oh yeah.
What would be your first step in kind of going into content creation, and what do you say you would need to start making YouTube videos?
Okay. Well, I mean, the obvious ones are obviously, like, you gotta have a capture card, you gotta have a good microphone, like that kind of stuff. Like, you know that stuff.
Yeah.
But I think if you want to stand out, especially, and you're not about, like, the quote unquote content creator who only uploads unedited full wars, I think the best first step is to I gotta think about this, actually, because I have a few ideas in mind that I think could really help.
Yeah. I mean,
but standing out is a big one for sure. You've got to create your own character. That's not to say you shouldn't be yourself. Like, you should absolutely be yourself, but you've got to put yourself out there as a character, someone people can relate to, someone people can respect, someone people can appreciate, and someone people don't see coming. That's oh, I didn't realize that was lap 3. Goddamn.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, again, standing out is huge.
Yeah.
And it's a big thing that I guess a lot of people kind of don't like risking because they don't want to be judged. Like, unfortunately, it's kind of tough to say this because it is tough for people to get into this mentality, but you cannot care what people think of you. Like, you may really like my content, but I get hate comments every single day, especially on a video that's actually blowing up a little bit on my channel.
I saw the one you posted in your Discord server the other day. It kind of made me laugh.
Yeah. But it's true. I get hate comments. One guy told me that it's super disappointing that I'm cheating for my growth. Another, I've gotten so many comments on my best combos video, my most popular video, that I'm too loud. Bro, why are you shouting? I'm right here. Oh, some guy literally said, still a trash video.
Oh my
like,
gosh.
I get these kind of comments, and at the end of the day, you have to look past that, because 9 times out of 10, if someone is going out of their way to hate on your video, there is something wrong with their life. There's something wrong going on with them. And that's why I actually have sympathy for people who go out of their way to make these comments about other people, who go out of their way to make these comments about me, because they probably have something wrong going on in their life. And I'd love to help them out. I don't think they'd take it from me because they're hating on my videos. However, I have sympathy for them, or I have empathy for them in that regard, because I was in that scenario before, like before I lost weight.
Yeah.
I was in a bad spot, and I very well could have been one of those people who would go on to other people's channels and send hate comments.
Yeah.
Because that's where I was at, and I was in a bad spot at that time before I lost weight. So it's like, the overall point here is you can't care what other people think, because not even just the fact that they have something wrong with their own life, but also just the fact that they would not be willing to take the leap of faith that you are taking right now. So just go out there, give it everything you've got. Don't even worry about what people think. Show yourself unapologetically, and just bring out the best version of yourself you possibly can, and you'll have no regrets about it. And if people don't like it, that's literally their loss, because you are awesome. Like, I don't care, like, what your situation is, like, if you think you're awesome or not. Like, you're freaking awesome. You're awesome. That's how it is, okay? You're awesome. So freaking take advantage of that and be the best version of yourself. And if you want to be a content creator, freaking show that.
Yeah.
Show the best version of yourself, and you will make strides. I can guarantee you that. I'll probably notice you in that regard. I probably will notice you, and we'll probably collab, if anything. That's what I'm saying.
Let's go.
Like, be the best you, and show everyone why you deserve to be a content creator, and why you deserve the respect that you're looking for.
Well said. I don't have anything to add to that. That was it, Chief. That was the one. That's it. That's it. That's the tweet.
I appreciate it, man.
So
gotta do what you gotta do.
in like a stark contrast kind of question. Just out of pure curiosity, because I haven't really kept up with like international news. What's the situation with the pandemic like in Canada right now?
I'm gonna be honest. I'm in the same boat as you.
Okay, fair dues. Fair dues.
I'm gonna keep it short and sweet. I don't know what's happening with the pandemic, and honestly, since I got into content creation, I'm not really complaining.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough.
I'd be complaining if I wasn't in the situation I'm in right now, but I'm taking advantage of an opportunity, and I'm running with it, and I'm gonna make sure I put my best effort forth in the next 5 months.
Yeah.
That's
absolutely.
how it is.
Preach it, my dude. Preach it. That's probably all about like the serious questions I had. So oh yeah, I did have one question which someone told me to ask you. I won't name them who they are, but what makes you want to get up every day and give it full throttle?
Just giving her, bud. Another day in the office, eh, bud? Okay. Anyways, this is a little ironic because I've been talking with more of my friends lately on Discord at night.
Yeah.
So my sleep schedule actually kind of has been a little messed up, but I'm working on it. I'm trying to get back into waking up really early, but in a regular day where I'm like really in the zone, ready to go and ready to attack the day. Again, what it comes down to, and honestly, sometimes I don't even realize it until I get on the treadmill. But what gets me going is, again, like, the massive dreams I have that could become reality if I put in the work and just at least try to see what this whole grind will, or where this whole grind will get me.
Yeah.
And honestly, like, let's be honest, I'm probably not going to get to like a crazy high subscriber count before university, which is when I'm going to be I'm stepping back from the grind just to focus on school and just like guaranteeing obviously living the university life, but also just guaranteeing a future, I suppose. So there's that. But again, I'm not expecting to get like to crazy places. However, I'm gonna put in the work to get there. Like, I'm treating this like it's a full-time job, and I'm barely getting paid anything right now.
What
I actually am gonna get paid at the end of the month. However, like, I'm doing it because I care. I want to get somewhere in life, and I want to live my life to the absolute fullest. And I'm not just saying that because I don't want to say because I'm basic, but rather I just want to at least try for everything, and I want to get to a point where I can be proud of myself for what I've done, whether it comes full circle or not in terms of what I get out of this.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like I'll either not make it, or my biggest dreams will come true. That's the way I see it. And obviously, I'd really hope for my biggest dreams to come true. But if they don't, then I'll at least know I tried to make it happen. And I will be able to move forward with my life happily.
Yeah.
Because I put in the effort to try to get somewhere. And even though I didn't, it's all good. Because I know I put in the work, and it is what it is.
Yeah. What are you studying at college, by the way?
I'm going into business administration and financial mathematics.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah, it's a pretty big double degree.
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to it too. It's going to be pretty awesome, and definitely a step back from, or not step back, but I'll be taking a step back from YouTube to focus on that. I'm really excited for that too, because it's been a while since I really put like full force into schoolwork.
Yeah, yeah.
And like, I was at my peak when it came to school in first semester grade 12, just because of like my mentality and the whole transformation. It was like a year and a bit after I started losing weight. So yeah, it was a pretty big semester for me. And I'm really looking forward to getting back into that mindset, I suppose.
What kind of inspired you to take that subject? Was it just something you were quite naturally good at, or was it something
on the math side, it's definitely something I've been naturally good at for the longest time. And business, I really just like the idea of I guess just running my own company and making things happen on my own. And I mean, say what you want, but I consider the YouTube grind, I consider my channel a business.
Yeah, I
do.
mean, that's the correct way to view it. You know, if you're doing it to the point where you're earning money, you should approach it with a professional attitude. Like,
absolutely.
So, like, if you have like you're gaining subscribers quickly, you're clearly playing the algorithm to some extent. And like, I'm not gonna ask the secrets of how one does that, because like I'm sure that you have reasons you wanna, and ways of doing that you want to kind of keep under wraps, because it's ultimately it's somewhat of a competitive environment. But like,
I would say so, but to be completely honest, like, I think I still have a lot to learn when it comes to the algorithm. I think the main reason why I've been gaining subscribers exponentially is just because I've been uploading super consistently. And I mean, the harder you work, the luckier you'll get.
Yeah.
And I have a video right now that is consistently putting up views. It's consistently growing. And the views per day, every 48 hours, are going up.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's definitely helping my channel a lot. And I'm just, I'm going to strategically try to work towards getting a bunch of more videos like that on my channel. And hopefully we can see what happens later.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, that was a lot of quite intense questions. What's your favorite track on Mario Kart 8 Deluxe? Come on, let's start with the easy ones. Let's go back to some easy ones.
You know what? We're on it right now, dude.
We're actually, you're a Bumble volcano.
Dude, I love this track. Dude. I don't know what it is, but like,
I think
I just love the vibe here, and it like, I was really excited for this because it was in Mario Kart Wii, like back when before Mario Kart 8 came out. Yeah. But honestly, like, it's funny because like, I was 12 when the game came out, and I was so disappointed that you couldn't do the rock hop. Like who actually thought that was gonna be in this game?
Like, who genuinely believed that they wouldn't fix it? Like, come on.
Exactly.
You know, I've
but
something I've been doing.
Yeah,
is
honestly,
like,
just like the theme of the track, like I just love it.
Yeah. There's something I've been doing as like a
really
low-key thing, is I've been learning all the Mario Kart like tracks on piano. And
really?
Yeah. And
dude, that is sick.
I was basically shock dodge.
What?
Oh yeah, baby.
Oh
yeah,
no,
baby.
No,
yeah.
No. Let's go. Another day in the office.
Yeah, baby.
Hey, top 2 though. Let's go.
On fire, boys. We are on fire.
Absolutely.
And yeah, I learned Grumble Volcano the other day, like last week. It was pretty awesome.
Oh,
yeah, it was pretty awesome.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah.
Well, how about we flip the script? I actually have a question for you.
Oh, go for it.
That is very similar to some of the questions you've asked me. So, like you mentioned that you're really into music.
Yeah.
You're also into streaming with your own server and everything.
Mm-hmm.
You've got a good chunk of viewers right now. What would you say your goals are with streaming, and then maybe music as well? Like, what are your goals in those regards?
Music is like a really interesting one. I have a dream job that I want to do, and the masters I'm doing right now is the key to that job. So the job in the UK, we have extracurricular music exams. And they are incredibly useful for a number of reasons. The first reason is that they actually count towards your college credits. So if in order to help you get into the college of your choice. So they basically they go level 1 to 8, and the level 8 is like an equivalent of an A, basically. And you can stack them as well. Like, you can have them in multiple instruments, and you can stack them. For context,
that's crazy.
For context, when I did my undergraduate degree, I got into my college without any, like, I didn't need any academic studies because I had enough points from those music exams, like, alone.
Wow.
Which was like, I did still get my academics, but I didn't need them. I had enough. Like,
you didn't need to put the full care into it that you did, say, your music.
Yeah, exactly. And you know, they carry a lot of weight, and they're also internationally recognized. What my dream job is to be an examiner for those exams, and that it comes with it. Like, there's a lot of reasons why, but the main ones are that, like, I love helping people, and I like teaching people, and
that's what I'm saying.
The best way to do that is by being in a position where you can give 100% unbiased, honest feedback. And the best way to do that is where you're working for a third party and you're an examiner, like it or not. If you're a kid's teacher, you have to worry about pleasing parents or like not making the kid upset. So you have to tailor the way you teach to every individual, right?
Exactly.
But if you're an independent examiner and you're doing it the way you want to do it, and you can mark as strict as you like to an extent. There's like a guideline, but ultimately, it's at your discretion whether you pass someone or not. Then you get and you get to be like super honest with the person. The other nice thing is that when you take those exams, you actually get a comments sheet with the examiner's comments on it. So the person that takes that exam can then actually see what the examiner had to write. So you can be enthusiastic if you want to. If there's like if there's a child that comes in and they're nervous and they play amazingly well, you can be the supportive person that you want to be unapologetically. That's awesome. And if there's someone that comes in and maybe they don't do quite as well, but you still want to point out the really good points and give and encourage them in the right direction, that's where I want to go. That's awesome. With my own personal music, I'm almost at the point where I'm quite comfortable with where I'm at, which is I'm a recorded artist on Spotify.
Nice.
I write and release piano music. It's something I've been doing.
That's awesome, dude.
During my own time, but the kind of, to take it to the next level, I would need to start booking studio time. The way I work at the moment, I actually run a home studio. Essentially, I have quite a high-end digital piano that takes a USB stick. And basically, I can record directly into that USB stick, then transfer it straight over to my computer, and then edit it on like Fruity Loops or Audacity or whatever.
Damn.
So
that's awesome.
Yeah, and it's like I said, it's something I've been able to get far more into over lockdown because I've had the time to play around with those programs and like understand them a bit better. They're very unintuitive programs. So like, and they're very expensive, but they're very fiddly.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And like, they're the kind of thing where like when you learn how to use them, you can do so much on them. Like you can essentially create fake acoustics for your recordings. So like I can create reverb that sounds exactly the same as a specific concert hall. or like
wow,
yeah, and you can do like some amazing stuff with that. But like
that's awesome.
Like if no one teaches you how to do that, you're kind of sat there for like 20 hours being like, huh? But essentially, like you can do a lot of cool stuff on there. So releasing an album was
really
actually
cool.
something from my bucket list. So being able to do that and having the platform to like promote it and stuff like that is really big for me.
Big time.
And with regards to streaming, streaming is kind of like very much a hobby for me. Like I like getting into it, and if I'm good at it, I'll do it more, right? It's not the kind of thing I'm just gonna stop doing. And I do have a schedule. Like I do stream regularly, and it's not just Mario Kart either. I like doing Pokemon. I like doing the other games.
Yeah, for sure.
For me, it's like if I play one game too much, it gets stale. And I know
100%.
a lot of people can like tirelessly play the same game, and I actually have a great deal of like admiration and respect for those people who are able to like intensely focus on one game for like a long amount of time. Like those people who do mega time trialers from like the players page or guys like that. Like people like that I have an intense amount of respect for, because that's something I can personally I know that is beyond my mental capacity limit, right? So
that's the same for me too. Yeah, I can't imagine myself doing that.
Yeah, like people like Diogo DDSC. Like Mario Kart 7, he had like at one point I'm pretty sure he had like 40 out of 48 world records. Like
oh my god!
Like yeah, the guy was in like he was a.
That's absurd.
He was
dude.
Like when people talk about being goated, he was goated. Like
like that is insane.
Yeah, like there was a point where he was like undeniably the best player in the world, and
that is crazy.
A lot of that
Holy
was
crap.
due to his mechanical skill. So
yeah,
so
he's an operator.
To get to that point, I don't think I could ever do, to be honest. But like streaming, I like the community aspect of it. I like getting people in. I like meeting new people via streams as well. Like if someone turns up to my stream, come to the Discord server, get involved. We can play games together. Like I tag. You've probably been tagged a bunch of times while you've been in my server, because like I tag people when I want to play games with them. So like we have like we have a self roll bot. You can give yourself roles, and then when I want to play that game, I'll tag the role and you can turn up and play it with me. So like there's a community aspect there, which is really cool.
100%.
And that's pretty much what I want to get out of it. For me, like the content creation side of it is not a major focus, but like being able to enjoy the games I play and develop friendships and relationships with those people is a big focus for me.
Yeah, that's awesome, dude. Yeah, I honestly, dude, it really sucks for me that I can't stream right now, because I love the idea of really getting involved with your community, and like really the only way that I could like for sure, like even outside, like just outside the comment section on my videos, is my Discord server. Yeah. And even though there's not really much to do there, I really want to expand on it and make it into something bigger, if I can get into streaming soon, which is a possibility. But I'm not entirely sure.
Well, stuff we've done in the past is like just doing Jackbox Party Pack nights and like Among Us nights and that kind of thing, where you don't even necessarily need to stream, but you put up the thing and like you say, we're going to do it at this time on this day, react if you can come. And then people can sign up themselves and like play and do that kind of thing. So that we had a lot of success doing, like, I don't know if you ever saw the proximity chat mod for Among Us, where like you can
have.
we did that in my server when it like first came out.
That's awesome,
which is
dude.
really cool, and I did stream it. Like it was quite late at night, so no one really watched. But but it was
either way.
But it was really fun, and like we had an amazing evening either way. And all the people like that were there for that will probably like tell you, we had a bunch of fun. Like
that's awesome.
Just being fun, like just being funny, screwing around, and getting to know each other better. It was also I am butchering this race.
I think I'm quite the opposite, because I'm in first.
Oh my gosh, look at your lead, buddy.
I'm just vibing, bro.
It's okay. I'm having fun with everyone. You know, just being really close friends. And oh, I've got the blue shell. So
Yeah. Oh, I don't know about that because I got a freaking horn.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I literally just got a horn, dude.
Okay, logic.
I'm not logic though, because I got a banana before the horn.
Oh, facts though. Yo,
Yeah,
Music,
yeah.
welcome to the stream. How are you doing? Hope your stream was good. I noticed you were streaming some
Welcome.
Mario Kart earlier. We're just, we're vibing. Yes, we are on a 20-hour stream, and it is all for charity. We are donating to the British Red Cross. If you do !AntiLoneliness, you will be able to find the website for the incentive. We have raised over £200, and we are going with Mario Kart. We are going with Mario Kart until 1 o'clock in the morning. So
that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, we are gaming. We're marathon gaming tonight. So
we're on that grind.
Yeah, so if you have any way of spreading the love, getting this out, and if anyone who's watching does feel like they want to donate, the donation link is in the chat. With £50, you can pay for a cell phone and data plan for someone who does not have the necessary communication and support network. They need to do basic things like grocery shopping or other things like that. Some people don't have enough money even for internet or more elderly people with very limited family or friend networks. With £200, which we have raised, we can feed 10 people.
Let's go!
We can buy meal plans for 10 people and have them all delivered as well. So all donations are welcome, as small or as big as you like. We also do have incentives. If you've lurked the stream at all, I've been doing blindfolded races. I ate a chili. I've been doing some funny stuff, and it's just been a really good time. For the Pokemon Nuzlocke that we will be doing starting 1 in the morning, we are adding alcohol into the equation. It's gonna get messy. It's gonna get messy real fast. We're doing the Pokemon Fire Red Omega drink lock.
Here we go.
Whenever my Pokemon die, I drink. Whenever I fail to get my encounter, I drink. So
it's happening.
Yeah, there's a bunch of rules that I'm going to impose on myself and try and play some Pokemon and have some fun at the same time. But for now, for another hour and a quarter, you have Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. You can stick around as much as you want, John. No one's really coming on after you, so you can kind of play as long as you want to.
Yeah, I'm down the vibe for a bit.
Stick around, yeah. So how did MKU go for you guys? How was Arc's season?
MKU. Yeah, our season was actually pretty solid. Was actually really good outside the fact that we didn't make playoffs.
Yeah.
But we went 5-5.
Yeah.
Oh, that's Boomerang.
Oh. Okay.
So we went 5-5, which was really good for D1.
Yeah.
We were able to beat. We beat World's Friend Star.
Yo,
we beat Requiem, and we beat XI.
Yo, let's go. That's like 3
wins.
out of the big 4, right?
Yeah.
Kinda? Is there still like a big 4?
I would say RK is also kind of in that big 4 because they're also in playoffs.
Yeah.
Or they're in finals right now.
Oh,
they're
cool.
going in the finals next week. And we did beat RK as well.
Oh, nice.
The only team out of the, I guess you could say, the big 5 that we didn't beat was High Definition.
Yeah.
But it is what it is.
But they're a great team, so yeah. No,
oh yeah, absolutely.
No hard feelings on that one. Yeah.
How did MKU go for you?
We made playoffs. We were seeded.
Let's go.
We were seeded 7th in our division, and we actually won overall for the division in main season.
Let's go.
We're playing in D7, so our conference was. It was a really weird division. One conference was particularly stacked, and actually three out of the 4 teams that made playoffs were all from that conference. So it was a really, really odd the team that I'm not entirely sure how Bob was 7th seed, but we were. I'm not entirely sure how that happened, but we were. Yeah, essentially, we ended up playing really, really well. Our team is, there's a bunch of players on our team that have the capability to do very, very well if they play at their best. So like, and you've got people like NL Mitch who have like a ton of experience in the game.
Yeah, for sure.
Like I joined this season and I was able to like bring. I think I would be happy because like I would be happy in saying that I was able to bring like another level and a kind of a depth of gameplay to the team that they,
I'd say so for sure.
Didn't necessarily hold before, and like kind of bring a dimension to their kind of macro gameplay as opposed to the micro gameplay. Like thinking about the bigger picture in a lot of situations.
I was 100%.
I was able to help out with a lot.
It's awesome.
But we did lose in playoffs. I would say that we didn't play particularly well, but that's not taking anything away from TSF, who actually played like amazing. We won the first match by 2 points, and then from there on out, they just kind of carried it away.
Damn.
They won the next 2 matches by like 30 and 40 points. So it was still close, but we just didn't have the same edge that we had in the first match. I think we got a little bit tired towards the end of the second match, and then the third match I think like some of us just kind of were burning out a little bit. But
gotcha.
I am actually going to cast the finals of our division on my channel on Sunday. So even though we may not have an official like MKC. Oh, there's another lap. Holy shit!
I know the feeling, dude. That like a few races ago.
I horned and I was like, yeah, easy third.
If only, dude. Anyways, as you were saying.
Yeah. So I'm going to be casting the finals between Arcanum and Savage Forwards on my channel on Sunday. Anyone who wants to come and watch the D7 finals with a cast perspective for all of the hype, then you'll find it here. If anyone is in the chat, particularly wants to cast with me as well, I'm more than open to suggestions because being on my own for 3 hours is not entirely that fun.
I can imagine so. Yep.
But yeah, we'll see how it goes. But we're expanding to 2 teams next season. So
here we go.
In a way, it's kind of nice that we didn't win the division because we have a little bit of extra time to just kind of regroup and like recompose and grab that momentum going into the next season. So yeah, really looking forward to it.
Yeah, for sure.
Really looking forward to it.
All right, chat. So here's what I'm thinking right now. So we were originally gonna I guess my time slot is supposed to end in like 10 minutes. I might stick around for a tiny bit longer. I'm not entirely sure. But if you guys have any questions for me or Immersive, then feel free to send them in the chat and we'll answer them in between races. I think that'd be pretty cool. Because I actually think I did say that when I originally promoted the stream. So if you guys have any questions, then feel free to send them in the chat, and we'll answer them after the race or races.
Yeah, drop them in. I have the chat open on my OBS, so anything I see coming in, I'll let you know straight away as well. And,
all right, 100%.
Yeah, also, as well as that, !donate will take you to the donation link to this charity incentive. We have raised £222, and I'm throwing in another 50.
Let's go.
So any donation, no matter how big or small, is welcome. It is going to a fantastic cause. We do have some incentives as well. If you do !incentive, you'll be able to find that. Additionally, if you want to join the races, if you do !FC, you will be able to get my friend code. Cesar asks, how many teams have you been in, John?
Okay, so if we're talking about Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, I've actually only really been in... I'm not going to say 4, because, I mean, Excite at the very beginning doesn't really count. I've been in 3 teams in this game. Even MP doesn't really count, yeah. Yeah, I've been in 3 teams so far in this game. So I've been in... For the longest time, I've been in Divine Phoenix, which isn't alive right now, but... Yeah,
but it's
those are the OGs for me. Like, those are my boys.
It's a phoenix. It's sleeping.
Yeah, exactly.
It's gonna rise up. It's gonna, burst.
It's gonna be reborn. Exactly. But yeah, but we were around for well, we did die at one point, and then we came back, and then after about a year, we died again. However, honestly, like some of my most fondest memories came from Divine Phoenix, like especially our win versus JBZZ back in Season 7, which led to us winning the Division 1 overall, which was an amazing moment for the squad, and I wouldn't want it to happen any other way. It was just like a great way to I don't want to say finish the season because we still had to win the finals versus Vertex, but it felt at that point when we beat JBZZ that we won the season.
Like you've done the hard work. You just needed to like
exactly
to clean it off.
Yeah. And there was also a point in the game where this was I don't want to say this was as a result of like me mentally being at an all-time low, but I mean, when DVP first died in this game, I wanted us to like take a break, but I mean, it wasn't really a break because most of us just went to other teams, and that's how I ended up going to Zealous, which I don't necessarily regret my time there. Like, I enjoyed playing with them, and we did win Division 1 in the season I played, but I would have preferred to play with Divine Phoenix that season. Like, I wish I was in a better spot. I wish I was a better leader back then, but you know what? You live and learn.
Yeah.
So I was also in Zealous, and of course, ever since almost a year ago, I have been in Arcadia. And still in there. We're still vibing. We're still giving her.
Yeah.
And hoping to keep on grinding for seasons to come.
Okay, a few questions have come in.
Okay, here we go.
Someone's asked, are you working on any more analysis videos? But I believe in your Discord server, you kind of have a list of people that you... like, you have a queue, right?
Yes.
So
I have 7 people that I'm going to be analyzing until I'm... And that'll be until I'm finished with how to play Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Then I'll have another plan for analysis videos, and I'm gonna let everyone who watches my videos know what the plan is once I'm finished with this whole. I'd like to say era for my content.
Yeah.
Because I think it's an end of an era once I'm finished with how to play Mario Kart 8 Deluxe and the beginning of a new one. And I'll make sure to let you guys know what's going to be happening from May until August, because that's going to be like the next era in my content, I suppose. So yeah,
interesting question. Couple of interesting questions that tie into each other. What do you think? But this is both of us, so we can have a chat about this. What do you guys think you need to become a successful Mario Kart player, and how do you keep motivation to play?
That's an interesting question, and it's a little tough for me to answer.
I think they personally kind of cycle into each other. Because
I
would argue that you can't be a successful player if you don't want to play. Like, the moment you stop enjoying playing, your mentality drops to 0, and it is the worst feeling. It is the worst feeling. So keeping motivation to play is the first step to becoming that successful player. And if you
I 100% agree.
Like, knowing what you want to get out of it and understanding that it's not going to be like super easy. Knowing that there will be a point where you need to do X thing in order to improve. Like, if you're a new player, understand that you're coming into a community of people who've been playing for years. Don't expect to just like get good results immediately. Like,
I absolutely agree.
You will have to mechanically grind for a bit. You will have to understand how Wi-Fi play works, as opposed to like lounge play or understanding how war play differs from lounge play. You will have to like acknowledge the differences between like TT lines and taking safe lines in first. Like,
could have said it any better myself.
Like, and as long as you are acknowledging all those things, you will gain the experience over time to make the smart decisions that will lead to better results.
Big time.
That's the way I'd put it. How do you keep motivated? I mean, you've talked about this for like we talked about this for like the whole stream. Knowing what you want and knowing that you want to achieve it, and being your own driving force, I think is probably the best way to do it. Dubert says, "What's your favorite color?"
I absolutely agree. My favorite color? My favorite color is orange.
Orange?
Orange is a vibe for me.
Is that like your hair? Like your hair, bro?
Yeah, dude. Bro. That's how I roll, man. Now, I've always liked orange. I don't really have an explanation here. I've just I've grown up being an orange kind of dude.
Yeah. I mean, you might be able to see from my background and my mellow lighting. My favorite color is like a dark, deep blue.
That's a very nice color.
It's a good vibe.
It's a great vibe.
John,
right.
can you do a country accent for me?
Yep. Okay.
Yeehaw!
Oh, yeehaw there, bud. All right. Well, it's just another day in the office here in the wastelands, and you know, sometimes in life you just gotta do what you gotta do. We gotta crack out of the old beer. We gotta get a beer or two out here, and we just gotta keep on giving her till the cows come home.
Wake up, shave beard, slap rear, put on some scene gear.
Absolutely, we gotta get the gear on. We gotta do what we gotta do. It's another day on the job, and we're just gonna get done the getting the done.
Oh,
and we're just gonna give her on the way there. And ain't nobody got time for no bobo. We're just gonna keep on giving her. It's just another day on the job, and it's gonna be a piece of apple pie and piece of cake and everything. We're just doing what we gotta do, and we're gonna give her on the way there. We're gonna give her on the way out. We're gonna do what has to be done. It's gonna be another day in the office.
That was beautiful. First of all, please, someone clip that, please. I just want that. I just want that immortalized. Like, that specifically right there. Like that's all. You know what? If we got anything out of this, it's that.
Yep, absolutely.
As a Canadian, how overrated is Tim Hortons? Like, be real with me here. Like, every Canadian I've met swears by Tim Hortons. Like, what's your take? What's your take?
I think it's a little overrated personally. I really do like Tim Hortons.
Yeah.
But I'm not even in it for the coffee at all, really.
Okay.
I usually get bagels from Tim Hortons.
Oh, bagels? What's your bagel filling of choice? What do you go for?
Cinnamon raisin bagel toasted with plain cream cheese. That's how I roll.
Oh yeah. That sounds like some good
Heck
shit.
yeah,
that sounds
dude.
like some good shit.
It is. There was a star, dude!
Oh, I got it!
Oh, come on!
Bro, you gave that one to me, buddy.
I can't believe that, dude. I was so distracted by the blue, man. Oh my god.
Buddy.
Oh my goodness.
Alright, more questions. How does playing the same tracks every day not get boring sometimes?
That's a tough question to answer because it has gotten boring for me numerous times, especially in 2019, because I was so focused on improving myself that I took a lot of breaks on this game because, well, I didn't really have any control for myself when it came to, I guess, my status on Mario Kart because I was just so focused on improving myself every single day.
Mm-hmm.
I guess for me right now, I mean, this is an answer that will not be very relatable at all.
Yeah.
However, honestly, for me, it's just like always having like new ideas for content creation and just being able to, I guess, I mean, the tracks definitely play a part in my ideas and, you know, like what can come out of the system, like figure out, you know, like what the best kind of content I can put out there is.
Yeah.
Like, I would say an example for this is the Wario Stadium double ramps because, like, if you hold wide on the second ramp after you drift, you're going to get a massive launch forward.
Mm-hmm.
And you can actually apply that to a few other ramps in this game. For example, the Excitebike Arena boost ramp. You can hold wide there and just release a mini turbo before the next ramp. And that's actually faster than, say, getting a mini turbo trick or not Wario Stadiuming the ramp, at least to my knowledge.
Yeah.
Not Wario Stadiuming the ramp and just getting a super mini turbo before the ramp. At least to my knowledge. Like, I could be wrong on this, but I'm pretty sure Wario Stadiuming the boost ramp on Excitebike is faster. But yeah, that's just an example of how I guess like the tracks and like how unique they are can come together to make for some great video ideas and help people understand, you know, like what you can do in this game.
Yeah.
And that's what that's what I'm in it for.
The more you individually learn about the tracks themselves, the more you begin to have an appreciation for maybe tracks you didn't particularly like playing before. I think
exactly.
I think the single biggest example of this is probably Bone Dry Dunes. Like, there are so many people who do not like Bone Dry Dunes, and they don't like it because of the physics. They don't like it because of like the fact that ultimately it is probably one of the more technical and difficult tracks in the game, right?
Yeah, I would say so.
And it's probably one of the like less commonly picked in wars to an extent, at least in lower divisions because of this. But realistically, it's a fantastic track. It's so cool. Like the music is great.
Yeah.
Like it's.
And I think the strategy on that track
is
it's really cool.
Yeah.
Like I don't think a lot of people understand how like incredible the top path is.
Oh, dude.
From taking on the anti-gravity.
Yeah. Oh, it's so good. Yeah.
Yeah, especially if, like, let's say for example, even if you're trying to chain red first, like, let's say you're in first and you're getting chain redded. Like, if you go for the doubles and let's say you got like a banana then a coin, you take the top path and then you get another protection, and they likely cannot hit you out until you're back on the main road, and then you'll probably have another protection out by then. Yeah. It's like the top path is incredibly underrated, and I love that aspect of Bone Dry Dunes.
Yeah, it's actually like it's such a sick track. Okay.
Yeah.
What's your so we've already like your favorite track's Grumble Volcano, but Heehaw has asked, what's your favorite and least favorite track? Do you have a
Grumble Volcano track? #1.
Do you have a least favorite?
Yes,
track?
I do.
Yeah.
It is Yoshi Circuit.
Yo, you know what? Mine is Yoshi Valley. So I
for the longest time.
Yeah.
It actually was Yoshi Valley for me too.
Yeah.
But that was also just because it was overpicked and I was getting annoyed with it.
I have a like pet name for Yoshi Valley, which is Starbucks, because it's the most basic white girl first track pick of a war. Okay, I have to head out in 2 minutes. Can you answer this question real quick for both of you? What is your favorite game other than Mario Kart?
Oh, I'm gonna go with Super Mario Odyssey.
Mine's the Persona Shin Megami Tensei series.
I don't have like a wide range of games I play. Like, I'm a big Nintendo person. Like, I don't have a PlayStation or Xbox or anything. Yeah. Oh, it's 200. God, we haven't played any 200 today.
Yo, we haven't. Yo, let's go.
Oh my God. Well, maybe you have like earlier, but like
I have played a couple of races, but not lots. And
gotcha.
it's the best 200 track as well. We can do the big, big fat strat on this one. Let's go.
Heck yeah. Okay, but anyways, I don't have like a wide range of games I play just because I'm big in the Nintendo games only. Mm-hmm. And honestly, like, I just loved Super Mario Odyssey. Like, it was probably like the best, like especially the first time I played it. It was the best experience I had with any Mario game ever.
I think a lot of people would say that. Like that's a lot of people when they first played Super Mario Odyssey, there was something about it to them, you know? Like it does not feel like your regular Mario game at all.
Exactly.
Like there is a special aspect to it, and you can tell that it wasn't rushed. There's so much detail put into it.
It was so good.
Oh, I got destroyed, man.
And I feel like it was a shock. Okay.
Ooh, okay.
I feel like it's definitely very likely that we could get an Odyssey 2.
Oh, I
feel like that
agree,
could be amazing.
Yeah.
Like I could see it being way better than the original, because I feel like Nintendo would listen to like what people didn't necessarily like about Mario Odyssey. For example, like the moons that would just be just random.
Yeah.
Like you just look and you see like the random moon just chilling on, say, the Cascade Kingdom.
Oh yeah.
And people didn't really like that, and myself included. Although honestly, like, it's a nice like change of pace just to like get a moon, and you're just vibing. It's +1. I personally don't mind that, but I can understand why people wouldn't like it.
Yeah.
But that's something that they could work on. Like, I think they can definitely understand the flaws and like how to fix them and make the game the best it can possibly be. The potential for new captures as well. Like, imagine capturing a freaking Womp.
Yeah.
Imagine capturing a Womp.
Oh,
that'd be sick.
So cool. That would be.
And then just slamming on like a bunch of Goombas or something.
Yeah.
Like, that'd be sick.
That would be insane.
Like imagine just all like the traditional Mario enemies as captures. Like even Koopas weren't captures.
Yeah.
In Mario Odyssey, that would be sick.
Yeah, I want to play as a Koopa. I want to throw my little shell. I want to get in my shell and like roll around like a little, like a pinball.
That would be funny if the Koopa freerunning turned into you capturing a Koopa.
Oh, that'd be so cool.
And then you actually like, you were one of the Koopas in Koopa freerunning, and then you had like a bunch of new moves as well.
That'd be freaking insanely cool. Yeah, I would actually.
But yeah, quite a lot. In summary, my favorite game, Mario Odyssey.
Yeah. There's no more questions at the moment. Not that like haven't been answered already somewhere during the stream. So yeah, we're just good to fight. But if you do have any more questions, guys, feel free to pop them in the chat. JPGIVIN'ER is here for a little while, basically until he decides he doesn't want to be anymore. So, oh, favorite.
I hate it here.
Favorite pizza topping. Favorite pizza toppings.
Oh, okay. So for me personally, like I usually just go with Hawaiian because I don't mind the pineapple. But if we're talking about pizza toppings just like on their own,
yeah,
I honestly just like extra cheese, ham, and what else is on Hawaiian that isn't pineapple? Ham. That's it. Yeah, ham and extra cheese. Yeah. I'm also really into the 3 meat as well.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So like sausage, I really like.
Yeah.
And just pepperoni as well. But honestly, like for me, the pineapple on Hawaiian pizzas, like I just don't mind it. Like it's not something I necessarily like or hate. I just don't mind it. So I wouldn't put it in like my favorite pizza toppings, but everything else that comes with Hawaiians, I would absolutely put on.
Right. So the
Hawaiian
Hawaiian is there because you like the other stuff, and the pineapple comes with it, and you're like, that's fine.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Also, I'm gonna be a very.
What about you?
Me, I'm a meat guy with pizza.
That's what I'm talking about. Let's go.
Gotta get that. Gotta get that sausage, man. The Chicago thick crust sausage.
Let's go.
You gotta get it as like as like juicy as possible, right?
Yep. Gotta do what you gotta do, man.
What are your feelings about Azure rollers?
Okay, look. Everyone is entitled to their own opinion, but I personally hate Azure rollers.
I'm using them right now because I
can see that.
I forgot to switch to red ones. Okay, what's your favorite immersive emote? I'm looking at the chat. They're all there. There's a nest with a shock, and that's PK.
You know
PK
what?
Lightning.
I think I'm gonna go with that one because it looks like Pog. Looks like Poggers.
Yo.
Like Pog champ.
Yeah.
I kind of like that.
Yeah. They're my subscription emotes, by the way. If you guys want to have access to them, just sub.
Ooh.
Drop the sub, and
I think I'll play one more race.
Okay, that's perfect.
So if you guys have any like last questions,
last question we'll do is which item would both of you eliminate out of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe?
It wouldn't be the coin, because I think the coin adds a really nice layer of strategy. And I think people take it for granted.
Yeah, I think
if I had to remove one item, though, it's a little tough.
Crazy 8 for me.
I can understand that for sure.
Like I
feel like there's other items I just don't like.
Blooper, I appreciate a lot more than I used to.
Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna say the Piranha Plant.
Piranha Plant? Yeah.
I don't like it at all.
Okay, yeah, I feel that.
Yeah, I think for me it's like if you pull a plant, it's usually in a place you don't want it, and you can only do so much with it. Like you can't really take any shortcuts with it. I mean technically you can, but you can't like go through an off-road shortcut that's strictly off-road with a Piranha Plant without losing time.
The one big change I would make, and this is not removing an item, but I would make it so that you can choose when you bring your triples out. I think that would
I like that too.
I think that adds a lot of kind of like extra dynamic and extra level because you can hide them in pocket, that kind of thing, and schlagging becomes.
And I like that too.
Like schlagging becomes suddenly much more effective. So yeah.
Yeah. Imagine that with double items too. That'd be crazy.
Yeah, that would be meaty. Oh, and before the race is over and before you do head off, is there any shout outs you want to give? Anything you want to tell the stream? And what do you want to have as your final message?
Let's think about this. Well, guys, I guess I'll say take advantage of every opportunity because you only live life once, and don't live like you have to impress other people. Live for yourself and make the most out of every opportunity that presents itself, because you might never get that opportunity again. Like, people might wonder why I work so hard on my videos and why I'm putting so much time into them, why I'm putting out so much. It's because I want something in life and I'm gonna freaking work for it. That's how it is. So don't miss out on any opportunities. Be the best version of yourself and do so unapologetically. Because at the end of the day, if people don't like you, it's on them. And I guess subscribe to JPGIVIN'ER.
Oh
Because
yeah,
I give her full
yeah.
throttle.
Let's give a shout out here. Thank you so much for like first of all, thanks for like coming on today. Because yeah, I wasn't like, I know you're a very enthusiastic guy, but it was a bit like, I planned this pretty much 2 weeks ago, and I actually only started properly bringing it together like a week ago. So it's been pretty last minute in some aspects, and like thank you for making the time, and because I know you had to like change your schedule around a bit, so thank you for doing that.
A little bit.
It's very much appreciated, and to see so many people here supporting the cause and stuff is amazing.
Yeah, it's awesome.
We've really have come together to do something good as a community today. So
yep.
So absolutely, yeah.
Oh, what's the best thing that has happened to you within your time in the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe community?
I missed that. I'm really sorry.
I'm gonna say beating JBZZ with the OGs, Divine Phoenix. That was probably my favorite moment in the community, and it's something that I'm never gonna forget because the energy was so electric, and I knew at that moment that like I was at my peak when it came to my passion for the game, and you know, like what we could do as a team, and it was just amazing. It was an amazing event that happens, and considering we were even down going into the race, it was awesome. Anyways, that was my last race.
Oh yeah.
So
no worries. Yeah.
Well, you know what? I'll do one more. I'll do one more because I'm here.
For the people.
Exactly. That's what I'm talking about.
But yeah, if you're not already, go sub to my man JPGIVIN'ER. His content is fantastic, and it is excellent, especially if you are a new player picking up the game. It is obviously well worth a watch. Like, take one video and just like, where would you recommend people start? Like, if someone's like going onto your channel, what would you say is the best starting place for them? If they want a taste of you, where would you point them?
A taste of me. Let's think about that one.
Apart from Grinder.
I gotta think about that one because there are a few great videos on my channel that could be a great starter, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's Best Combinations, which is my most popular video, but I feel like there are a few other really good ones. Like, I think any analysis video would be great to watch, like to just like get an introduction to me, because I think analysis videos are kind of like a staple on my channel at this point.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna stop doing them after I'm finished with How to Play Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. And I have a really awesome plan for once I finish with the series. So it's gonna be awesome to see how that kind of comes into fruition, because I haven't planned too much about it, but I have a general idea. So I would say analysis videos for sure are definitely like one of my signature style of videos on my channel, and I think they definitely show how much heart I have as a creator and how much I care about not only showing what I do and like what plays I make and what mistakes I make, but also helping others with my fan analysis videos. And I think those are a great way to learn about, well, obviously the game, of course, and learning about how much goes into it, but also just how much I care about like helping people and helping even myself improve at the game.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'd say analysis videos for sure. There's also How to Drive Faster, which is a great video in my opinion.
That covers like text and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And there's also How to Play Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Getting Started, which I think is a great video to get started. No pun intended. I would say though, after watching that video, to watch How to Drive Faster, because I think I messed up one of the techniques that I talk about in that video getting started. So How to Drive Faster would kind of cover that. But yeah, that's what I would say. That's what I'd say.
Awesome.
Anyways, guys.
Yeah, let's call it there. Guys, go sub to JPGIVIN'ER if you didn't already. I'm going to leave the worldwide and grab a 2-minute break and just run an ad. Gotta monetize those streams, right? Thank you for coming on tonight.
I'll leave a link in the chat if you guys want to subscribe if you haven't already.
Yeah. That's probably deleted it. It will do that. It's fine. DM me the link on Discord and I will put it in for you.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, because it's
as long as it's okay, of course.
Nightbot is just it's Nightbot is just terrible. I need to change the settings, but I have forgotten for ages. But that's JPGIVIN'ER's channel. If you guys wanna go and sub to him, hashtag sub to JP. We are now 13 hours and 16 minutes in. I am gonna run an ad.
Go.
Reminder: if you guys want to donate, !donate, and you know what? I'm so nice. I'll even do it for you. Any donations are welcome if you guys have the means to do so. If not, what you can do is put the stream link in every Discord server you're in, tweet it out, put it on your Instagram story. Anything you do will help. So yeah, and remember guys, you're never alone.
Absolutely, you're never alone. Keep on giving her, and no matter what, someone is always there for you.
Yeah.
So just keep doing what you're doing. You're doing fantastic, and yeah, that's all I really have to say. Yeah. I just got one last thing planned before I head off. Just give me a second. And boom. I think we're crap. Hold on, this might take longer than I thought.
It might take a little bit to come in if it's what I'm thinking it might be. How do I time out people? Lux, why stop abusing your powers, man? I give you one job.
Yeah, it's messed up, dude.
Yo, £20. That's incredibly kind of you, John. I did not expect that.
It's my pleasure.
That's incredibly kind, and it does mean that the next 5 races I do will be blindfolded and with motion controls. So if you want to enjoy that content after my 2-minute break and my ad break, I will run that. So yeah, thank you so much. I'll hang up the call now and enjoy the rest of your evening, bro.
Okay, well before I go, one last thing to say.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for watching. Have yourselves a fantastic day and keep on giving her, bud.
Let's go. All right, peace out, man.
All right, see ya.
See you later. Bye-bye. So guys, I hope you enjoyed that. Incredibly kind of John to donate to the cause as well. And together, we have made almost £250. This is amazing. And we are going places. We are doing amazing things. And on top of that, I will be dropping another 50, so we've made £292. Stick around after the advert for more Mario Kart 8 Worldwides, and then Pokemon until the very wee hours of the evening. I hope you guys all enjoyed that section. Also, a quick plug for myself. If you're not already there, do join my Discord. Thank you, Orlando, for the follow. I hope you're enjoying the content. If you are not there, join my Discord. If you are enjoying the content as well, do give me a follow, and if you do find it in your heart, do give me a subscribe as well. It's been a fantastic stream so far. I'm so glad we are doing this, and we're 13 hours in. My voice is dying slowly, so I'm going to give it a 1-minute break and then be right back.